Hello, everyone. I'm back with another live stream, and it is 9:10 p.m. here in Wisconsin, which is Central Time. 9:10 p.m. Once again, I am live streaming from my car because I'm outside. I'm not at home. And so let's see who joins. I think today was another great day for Trump. I was just looking at some news headlines, and it seemed that Trump is on his way to the GOP nomination. Primaries after primaries, caucuses after caucuses, Trump seems to be winning, which means he's gonna be the GOP nominee. That's my prediction, as I've said before. All right. Well, let's see who is joining this live stream at this time. I didn't get to announce this live stream ahead of time, so I'm sorry for that. But I'd be happy to see people join. So let's wait for a little bit, and then I'll be talking about Trump's path forward, voter ID, and anything else that you want me to discuss. As you are joining, please say hello in the chat window. Give me a thumbs up, or put a smiley face, or wave, or write something where you're from. All right. I'm going to wait for a few more seconds. I see somebody has joined. Please announce your name, my friend. Write something in the chat window so I know who's here. All right. Okay, I'm going to get started. So I just saw some headlines that Trump is the projected winner of the Idaho Republican caucuses. And that's great news for Trump, great news for his campaign. And I think this has become very normal that Trump's going to be winning. Remember when Trump used to say that we're going to keep winning, 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 that you'll be tired of winning? Remember, Trump used to say that quite a bit, and people loved it. And Trump would say that, I think sometimes even during rallies. He would say that we're going to win so much, we're going to just keep winning, and you'll get tired of winning. That's exactly what's happening right now. If you pay attention to the Trump campaign, if you pay attention to the GOP caucuses and the primaries in different states, Trump is just winning, winning, and winning. And today, beautiful Saturday, he is the projected winner of the Republican caucuses in Idaho. And so that's wonderful news. Oh, I see somebody has just given me the thumbs up. Please tell me who's joining. I appreciate you being here. Write something in the chat window. Just say hello so I can see your name. Thank you for being here. All right. So Trump's winning, 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 but he's not tired of winning. Neither are we. We're not tired of winning. We just want to keep winning. But Nikki Haley keeps losing, 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 and she's also not tired of losing. She's moving forward in spite of massive losses. So it's like people are different. Different people think differently, and that's why you've got some people who just keep winning and they're never tired of winning, and some who keep losing and they're not tired of losing. So, I mean, I'm not going to comment too much about that. But I am just looking forward to Super Tuesday, and I've said this before. Super Tuesday in March, it's coming up. This is Saturday. I mean, we're so close to Super Tuesday. Can you imagine? This is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday, and the next day is Monday, start of the week, and then Tuesday. and it's going to be Super Tuesday. All right. I'm going to be talking about Super Tuesday tomorrow and the day after as we get closer, because I'm not at my desk. As you can tell, I'm broadcasting from my car. So I haven't had the opportunity to really sit down and look at the different data, different numbers, different surveys, different polls. I would love to share some poll data with you. And there are many states included in Super Tuesday. And so I'm going to be looking at some key states and sharing with you the poll data. Hopefully I'm going to do that tomorrow. But earlier today I published a video, and it was not that long ago, maybe sometime in the last couple hours. I published a video, and you can see that the video was captured as I was driving. So I was driving on a beautiful highway going from Madison, Wisconsin to Wisconsin Dells. Okay, Wisconsin Dells is the name of a city in Wisconsin. It's a big tourist destination, very big tourist destination. There are water parks, and there are hotels, and there are resorts, restaurants, just lots of recreational opportunities, family-friendly recreational opportunities, and there are attractions for both children and adults and just families in general. So I went from Madison, Wisconsin to Wisconsin Dells. It's an hour drive. It's nice. I mean, you just get in the car, turn on some music, and then you'll be in Wisconsin Dells in an hour. As I was driving, and I shared this in that video, but I'm going to share it again in the live stream. As I was driving, I was just looking around and seeing the beautiful scenery. It was getting close to sunset as I was driving, and so I saw how I drove from an urban area out into the highway, driving through the countryside towards another city. And when you look around, and this is what I felt as I was looking around, I thought, well, we live in such a beautiful country. We live in such a beautiful, Wisconsin is an amazing state, but the country in general, the country as a whole, the United States of America, it's such a beautiful country we live in. And we're so blessed to be U.S. citizens. We're so fortunate that we are Americans. And so what do we have to do? We have to protect our rights, and we have to protect our freedom. And that's what it's all about, my friends. I talk about elections, I talk about poll numbers and primaries, and I talk about a spring election, local government election, I talk about the presidential election, I talk about the race for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I talk about government in general and different things happening in society. Now, why do I talk about all of these things? Why do we worry about who wins the election, who gains control of the Senate, who gains control of the House? Why do we talk about all of these things? Because we need good leaders. We need good leaders. Whether you're talking about the city hall, whether you're talking about the state house, the governor's mansion, whether you're talking about the White House, the Oval Office, the U.S. Senate, the U.S. House of Representatives, no matter what level of government, what government entity you're talking about, we need good leaders. Because if we don't have good leaders, then we may lose our freedom, we may lose our rights. If far left politicians capture power, if they control your state assembly, if liberal politicians, far left, socialists, if they control your state house, if they control your state assembly, if they control the U.S. Senate, then we're gonna see socialist policies being implemented. You're gonna see taxes being raised and freedom being diminished and rights taken away. We don't want to see that. We want our rights and our freedom protected. We are a free country, and that's what we need to protect. We want a society in which people can work hard and thrive. We want a society in which people have opportunities, educational opportunities, professional opportunities, economic opportunities. You know what's going on in places like New York and Chicago, two cities that I frequently talk about. In those cities, we are seeing that hardworking Americans are losing because their tax dollars are being taken away, and with those dollars, the politicians are providing free stuff to the migrants. The migrants are individuals who came into the United States illegally. They are not US citizens, they are not legal immigrants, they are illegal immigrants. But as they are coming here, they are expecting free stuff. And that's wrong. And what's very heartbreaking, and it's upsetting, obviously, that you see liberal politicians taking our tax dollars and funding services for the migrants while Americans suffer. And so anyway, as I was driving today, I was thinking about all these things. We have a beautiful country that we must protect. We must protect our freedom, our constitutional rights. So anyway, that brings me to my next topic, which is voter ID. Voter ID is so important. My friends, let me tell you that the right to vote in an American election, who has the right to vote in an American election? US citizens. US citizens have the right to vote in American elections. Non-citizens don't have the right to vote. Only US citizens have the right and the responsibility to vote in an American election. Now, liberal politicians in various states are trying to extend voting rights to non-citizens. And this is voting rights for municipal elections. So liberal politicians are trying to give non-citizens the right to vote in municipal elections, and that's wrong. I think whether it's a municipal election, whether it's a presidential election, the right to vote is only for US citizens, not non-citizens. And even green card holders. Who are the green card holders? The green card holders are legal immigrants. They are not illegal. A person gets a green card by following our nation's immigration laws and rules. So a green card holder is a legal immigrant, but a green card holder is not a US citizen. And so a green card holder should not have the right to vote in an American election. Now, the green card holder may successfully pursue citizenship, and then that person would be able to vote. But as long as an individual is a green card holder, which means that the individual is a non-citizen, that person should not have the right to vote in an American election. So anyway, talking about voter ID. So I talked about the right to vote, which I think is only for US citizens. And that's how it should be. But we have to make sure that people can have faith in elections. In the past several years, we have heard various debates and arguments and different viewpoints regarding election integrity. People have talked about elections and the validity of election results and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go into those arguments because, we've been hearing about those for years now. But all I want to say is that I believe in voter ID laws. I think in order to vote in an election, a person, a US citizen, must display some form of ID. Okay? We have voter ID laws in Wisconsin. So when I go to vote, I take my photo ID with me. I take my driver's license with me. Now, driver's license is not the only form of only form of ID. If somebody doesn't have driver's license, that person can use, state ID, even a passport. with your picture on it. Obviously, a passport is a form of ID. So, not going into the details of voter ID laws, I just want to talk about the general principle. I believe that in every state, in every community, whenever there's an election taking place, whether it's municipal election, whether it's presidential election, whether it's election for the state Supreme Court, whether it's election for state Senate, state Assembly, or U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, whatever election is taking place in the United States, in any community, any city, any state, if an election is taking place, I think people should be required to show ID before voting, because we want to make sure that we want to ensure election integrity. We want to ensure that the elections are held in a fair and proper way, and so voter ID is important. But I think it's also important to make sure that there's a way to verify that those who are voting are U.S. citizens. It's important, okay? And in Arizona, I'm going to talk about it later, actually. I'm not going to go into the details of that. But in Arizona, there are laws that would help ensure that only U.S. that the citizenship is somehow verified. Now, it's because it's a legal matter. I'm not going to go into the details of that during this live stream. I think what I may end up doing is doing a separate podcast episode on it. But let me just give you the gist of my viewpoint. I believe that there should be a way to make sure that those who are registered to vote are U.S. citizens, whether natural born citizens or naturalized citizens. I think that steps should be taken, solid steps should be taken to make sure that we ensure election integrity, okay? We want to make sure that the elections are fair and that there's no opportunity for any kind of irregularity. So my friends, that's all I have for today. I know I'm in my car, so I appreciate anyone who has joined. So thank you. And thanks for the like. Whoever gave me the like, thank you for that. And please stay connected with me. I hope to do another live stream tomorrow. And if you have not watched the video that I published earlier this evening, please watch that video. Please stay connected with me. Check out my website, tausifanam.net. Send me a message. You can also email me. My email address is tausif@tausifanam.net. And with that, my friends, I'm going to end this live stream. It's a short one. It's not even 20 minutes. We're just past 18 minutes and 30 seconds. So short one, but I don't want to miss doing a live stream. I don't want to miss it. Even if, as I've said before, even if I'm in my car, I just want to do a live stream, even if it's for a few minutes, because I like staying connected with you. I like staying connected with you all, and I appreciate the fact that you tune in to watch my videos, and I appreciate your comments, your questions, and I appreciate you sharing your views with me. So please continue to do that. Stay connected with me. I'll be back with more news, more updates, and more commentary. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, my friends. Good night.